Okay, hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Hi there, Ants621. Congrats, you're the first one here. And yeah, today I've got back pain, so gonna be driving with back pain. That's gonna be nice. Alright, let's get the game continued. Hope you're going well, Ants. Third stream of the new year, and we're 14 days into it. Not really been on my best scheduling. Welcome to the stream, one and only user as well. Hope you are also doing good. This is where we left off last time. We've got a truck on this building. Oh, ads, sorry, yeah. Does those early ads for some reason. Accidentally created an oddly picturesque scene here. Whoop. I might take a screenshot. Welcome back, Azura. Yeah, epic screenshot. I just thought it looked like a... It looked kind of artsy, you know? It is kind of cool how you don't often see the buildings sort of half buried. Well, not half buried, but just... It really feels like the sand has actually gone through it over the years, you know? Should make it a more common thing, really. And said, I had to walk uphill to the hospital in negative 10-degree weather and 30-centimeter thick snow today. Ooh, that's not good. Had a meeting with a therapist. Well, sometimes going for a walk can be therapeutic. Probably not if it's snowing badly and negative 10-degree weather. User says, I wish that kind of weather would happen here. Well, with climate change, anything is possible. It rained here yesterday, and today it looks like nothing has happened. Like it was raining for half the day yesterday. The river near here was practically flooding. And now it looks like it didn't happen. It's back to a trickle. All the puddles are dry. It's like 30 degrees Celsius. Wild, man. I do love summer rainstorms. User says, over here there's rarely snow. If anything, everything is just covered in ice and it's pitch black for most of the day. Yeah, that doesn't sound super pleasant. We often get cold weather here, but not cold enough for snow, just cold enough to be annoying. I live right next to a, well, it's not really a river, it's more of a creek that was, yeah, converted into a sort of channel, like with concrete on either side. And it used to flood quite often, but they built a wetland upstream, and that sort of evens things out. It sort of acts like a capacitor or a battery. It takes in the water and then releases it slowly, so it doesn't really flood anymore, but other day it was looking like it was going to. It was over the edge. User says, I don't mind it as long as it's cold and adverse that I enjoy it. Having a good pair of boots and a good overcoat makes the difference. I have a naturally thick skin most of the time, so normally you won't see me wearing a coat. Which reminds me, actually, I've got new skin. I haven't shown it to you guys yet, but I've got some new skin. And also got a new head. Well, it's more of just a face, and it doesn't go over the back as well. You can take guesses as to what it is if you like. You're excited to see? Maybe I'll make an event out of it next cooking stream or something.
So this is where you're hiding?
So no head, break skateboard. Classic Vine. KXF. You know what's wild? Someone tracked down the exact location where that was filmed. Like by using the shape of the curb in the background or something. Cooking stream reveal would be good. It's funny because I baked a cake off stream. The other day. Ask Rainbolt. I think it might have actually been Rainbolt. One of those geography nerd YouTubers. So this is Albanian glass. I get window from a glass, he must get window from a glass. I get clock radio, he cannot afford. Great success. I think that's the first Borat reference I've ever made on stream. Movie's pretty funny, but it's a shame the actor is a horrible person in real life. Man says I've never watched Borat. I mean, it's very crude humor. Certainly not for everyone. I kind of enjoyed it. But yeah, the actor is a total asshole in real life. What did he do? I think he's some sort of supremacist. Which is never nice. So, yeah. I have it on DVD because it was like 50 cents at a thrift store for DVDs. And I had a whole bunch that I wanted to get, but wanted it to be a nice round number, so we went through that window. So I picked up a Borat DVD. Simply because the Borat DVD looks like it's pirated. That's just how it came. I think that's pretty funny. Yeah. He also went to a village and lied to all of them while making them look like criminals and degenerates in their society. Yeah, yeah. And that was for the movie as well. So yeah, not a good guy. Ah yes, my favorite rapper, 50 Cent Borat DVD. Yeah, about my new skin, it arrived last week. And it smelled kind of funny, so I decided I was gonna wash it. when I washed it, it started peeling a bit, so that was a bit worrying. So yeah, I'll need to treat it properly with some special chemicals. It smelled kind of funny. About my new skin, it smelled kind of funny. Yeah, it smelled like vinegar. And when I washed it, it started peeling. Granted, you're not supposed to wash it, but I had to because I don't like smelling like vinegar. You can only wonder what it is. You'll find out soon enough. Maybe on stream, or maybe I'll just post a picture. Yeah, feel free to make guesses. Oh. Definitely on a cooking stream. I need to think of something to cook, though. Wait. Huh? Oh, there it is. Was one hell of a crash. Brake on? Yep, there we go. Something I love about this game is you can install a headlight into the gauge cluster there and just blind yourself while driving. This is a mouse piss-stained car headliner. Do you watch Dank Pods as well then? Cleaned with vinegar. I'm guessing it must have been cleaned with vinegar by someone else, but maybe something from the country that the head was produced in. Which head? One of my existing ones, or the new one, which I also haven't told you what it is. The new one. I've actually got the new one right here. Hang on one sec. Gonna keep it a secret, but I will check what country it's from. Doesn't actually say. I might be able to Yahoo it real quick. Ah, it's from the UK. There's a there's a hint for you. Google it, Bing it, Edge it, Yahoo it, Alta Vista it, Hotbot it. Ask Jeeves it. All real search engines. Frog find it. Yandex it. What's that song that goes, buy it, use it, break it, fix it? Could make a good parody of that. Look at this road. Can of cold beans and wet factory bread. Traditional British meal. Look at this, it's all stretched out. I wonder if that'll happen more when we go further. If the road will start glitching out more. I just bought a car for £50. One thing I do like about the UK is they have much more lax on car safety there. than Australia is. I mean, most of the world is much more lax on car safety than Australia is. 'Cause yeah, Australia is a bit of a nanny state when it comes to almost everything, really. Like, my dream is to live in an old airplane one day, but I'd have to move to another country for that because I haven't even looked it up, but I know there's no way that'd be allowed in here, in this country. People do it in America sometimes, though. NQJ, Equich, and Tijl, TGL. Canada, oh god, Canada, we have Canada's worst drivers, 10 plus seasons for a reason. I mean, we have bad drivers, but there's like a lot of regulation on the what you can and can't do to cars to try and keep cars safe. Basically amounts to no fun allowed, pretty much. Take the TGL. Alright. Does that mean something? I should do that one British meal where it's like meat and potato pie with fish heads sticking out of it in a circle. Oh, I know that, but I can't remember the name of it. Knowing British food, it's probably like spotted fish stick or something. That crazy person says you should get a 3D printer. I own a 3D printer. Let's see if I can get that on camera. It's right there and I haven't used it in months. I started printing something, realized I didn't need it, and then just switched it off halfway through the print and haven't come back to it. Yeah, I really should clean it up and start using it. I had an idea to, it's an Ender 3, so basically entry level 3D printer. Now it's just a relic from another era. I mean, I'm sure it still works fine. I forgot I have no headlights in the car. I mean, I have no headlights installed, so there's plenty of headlights in the car. It's abbreviated French. Okay, interesting. Shut up. Maybe I can send you the save file and you can have that then. You have the Anycubic Cobra 3. Yeah, I had a plan a while ago, for like if someone sent some bits, they'd be able to print out whatever they want on my 3D printer. But never really got around to setting that up because I don't know how to make an interface for that. If anyone knows how to do that, let me know. Where someone can pay like, I don't know, $15 worth of bits and print whatever they want on my printer. Send me the file and I'll load it in. Ant says, I like Florida Man headlines. They're quite funny. Though isn't the only reason there's so many of them is because Florida has different laws about what can be revealed to the media, so it's not a case of people are more crazy in Florida, it's just a case of Florida's more open about it. You know the type. I sure do. Wasn't there a case of like a man from Florida who was convicted of downloading some really bad stuff off the internet? And then he tried to blame it on his cat walking on his keyboard. And of course, yeah, plenty of animal cruelty as well. That's a staple of those sorts of headlines. Whoop, 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 rock, rock, rock. Can we get through this gap? We sure can. A porcupine specifically. So anything else is fair game then? Or do they have specific laws for each and every animal? In either case, it's concerning. Also, yeah, I checked, and user, if this is a hint for you, the new skin was made in Vietnam. If that reveals anything. And the new head was made in Britain. And it says in Washington it's a free-for-all, for some godforsaken reason. That's why the Mr. Hands shit happened there. Fuck's that? You know, I don't think I want to know. The fuck would Mr. Hands mean? Another stain on Boeing's reputation. Did someone fuck a plane? I'm very confused now. You sweet summer child. Okay. This stream has taken a turn. It was a Boeing engineer. Oh. Spare yourself the Norwich. Okay, let's put this behind us. Washington State is just a miserable wasteland. That's why that kind of shit happens there. And that's why so many serial killers are from there. Is Washington State like America's capital or something? Or is there two different Washingtons? Because in Australia we have the Australian Capital Territory, which is, well, a territory, but not a state technically. But basically it's just this sheep field where we dumped all of our politicians in the early 1900s. Someone has to try screwing a porcupine more than once before it became law. And that saddens me greatly. But this in with the back pain. You know what, the back pain, I think maybe because I'm sitting still, it's not too bad. But if I lean backwards, then yeah, it's still there. They're different and on completely different ends of the country. Okay, so it's just confusing then. Apparently Washington is a hub for furries as well. How come conversation always comes back to furries here? Is it just because Ants is one? So that's where the topic drifts? Also, here's a question for you. If you wear like a woolen sweater or jacket, or a leather jacket, does that make you a furry? Food for thought. Answers yes. User says no. Okay, we've got conflicting opinions. Actually, maybe it makes you less of a furry than wearing an actual fursuit, since most of those aren't made from real dead animals. As far as I know. Zooming across the desert. Nice flat ground. Ants in a fursuit and user wearing a wool trench coat. How would that make user a furry? Fair enough. You've been collecting roadkill for nothing? You're supposed to eat the roadkill, not wear it. Did I? I'm confused now. We went around there, but the road went into this mesa. Has the road looped on itself? Okay, no, it hasn't. It just goes all the way around in a wide arc for some reason. I mean, yeah, as long as it's not rotting, I see no problem with eating dead animals from the side of the road. Better than letting it go to waste. Christopher Snow says, I wear a wool jacket from the Vietnam War era. What does that make me? A lapa? Just kidding, just kidding. You haven't painted any of this in a while. I'm wondering if we should, or is the current color scheme nice? Also, just realized the green and the purple. It's the color of PS2 ports, like for mouse and keyboard. If anyone remembers those. I have a ThinkPad that has a PS2 port, but it's only for the keyboard, which is wild. Because it's a ThinkPad, it has the little, well, what do you call it? The nub, the track point. Yeah, it has the track point instead of a trackpad. But you can't plug in a PS2 mouse because the PS2 port is only for a keyboard, when the ThinkPad already has a nice keyboard, the mouse nipple. The cool thing is it also has a serial port, so you can just plug a serial mouse in, and that's what I often do when I have to use it. Oh. Back in my day, we had serial ports, asked Convo. A lot of modern motherboards still have them. In fact, if you count USB as a serial port, pretty much everything has a serial port. Because remember, USB, Universal Serial Bus. Fun fact for you. I mean, you knew that. Serial bus. I'm not sure why I just remembered this, but there was this like this old comedy sketch of a deli meat drive for your PC, where you downloaded some like salami or bologna, and then you ejected the disc tray, and it was there for you. God, where was that from? The future we were promised. User says, Vietnam War era items are cool. I have a couple of things. I've got something that is, I mean, one of my heads was the same model as something used in that era, but I don't think it's actually from that era. I think it's later. I don't know how you make a bus out of cornflakes, but do you USB? I like the idea of cornflakes. You put your ear to your cereal bowl and you hear new metal. Interesting. Back in a rock field. Rockfield. Sounds like the name of some evil investment company. Oh, lag. Okay, we're good. It does that sometimes. Oh, so every company under capitalism. All companies are evil, but some companies are more evil than others. Slightly modified Animal Farm quote for you. Oh, brakes. That crazy person though says, I'm 3D printing a flashbang. Did you just get me to say that so you could report me to Twitch? Okay, so you are actually. Wow. Well, good luck, I guess. Be responsible. Check this place out. You know what's kind of interesting? You never find vehicles that have just some parts missing. It's either complete or there's nothing. Oh, there's milk. I mean, what if they've already spent all the money on the fursuit? Then they can't afford the pipe bomb. I guess you'll never know. Speaking of the postal service, I still need to open a PO box. So you guys can send me, I don't know, memes. How did they get to 2,000 in the first place? Grandpa's inheritance? And yeah, they do seem to be quite rich. I mean, I guess it's like the ones you see the most of are the rich ones. I mean, that goes for all of humanity. You're more likely to hear news about Elon Musk or Bill Gates than some random homeless guy. He's just thinking, oh no, my bloodline is so over. He's going back out of the casket to rewrite his will. Gotta make an amendum. Hang on, wait a minute, what the? Huh? Thought the road looped again, but no, it's alright. This bloodline ends with me. I can't stand kids. I mean, it doesn't have to. You can always donate genetic material. Then it's not your responsibility. Chris Bursner says, off topic, but my Vietnam War coat is the USGI M51. User says, I have an M51 Parker, not the coat. You know, it's kind of funny. One of my suits is from that era. And one of my helmets is from that era. You've seen both. But it's kind of funny because the suit's from the good side and the helmet is from the bad side. And says K2 ration biscuits moment when your cookie has a parts number, you know you went for a mid experience. Need to get that MRE guy on this. The guy on YouTube who eats like the century old military food. He says, I have a Chinese Viet Cong chest rig. Pretty useful for hunting. Yummy 100-year-old mold. That's authentic, original recipe penicillin. Saw the coat in a military surplus store and you thought it was cool, so you bought it. Nice. Crazy Person says, I have eaten hardtack before. Closest I've gotten is really stale sourdough. Like if you have a fancy loaf of sourdough bread, and you've got the end bit, which is smaller and mostly crust anyways, and then it's stale. It's like hard as a rock. Frozen borscht straight from Stalingrad. How can you top that? There's gonna be caveman food found in permafrost. We're an eating amoeba getting fed tonight. I had the brain eating amoeba once. Poor guy starved to death. It's meant to last first and be edible second. I mean, that's a delicate balance. If it lasts well but you can't eat it, then it didn't last well. Yes, I was. That's the guy. I couldn't remember the username. Welcome to the stream, Rootman. Hope you're going well. Got some water here. Empty. Weird mixtures. Blood. You binge watch him? I wouldn't say I binge watch him, but I watch him occasionally. Over the last few days, YouTube kept recommending me like aviation disaster investigations for some reason. And says, fun fact, on YouTube Mobile you can skip ads by watching a YouTube short. But is it really worth it? Also, fun fact, if you used Android you can download Firefox and then download uBlock Origin and watch YouTube through there and not get any ads at all. Ruin says, I'm going good. You good? I mean, I've got some back pain, as the title says, but I think that's just because I slept weirdly last night, so apart from that, yeah, I'm alright. I'm taking a lot of Polaroids recently, because I really like, it's a hobby I enjoy. But I don't share them because they're all of, like, areas around where I live and I don't want to dox myself accidentally. Have I need to travel around Australia taking Polaroids to throw people off the scent? And says there's a lot of good content on YouTube Shorts. Found a great channel about astronomy. Yeah, I don't watch YouTube Shorts. I do watch quite a bit of regular YouTube though. Yeah, I did. The whole TikTok getting banned thing in the US. And says I'm a head out. Alright. Thank you for stopping by, Ants. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And yeah, have a good night's sleep if that's what you're heading off to do. Yeah, I don't use TikTok, but I've heard it's getting banned in the US. And so what's happening is all the American TikTok users are just going to other Chinese social media platforms to spite their government. It's so dumb, yeah. whatever data China wants to know, Google/Apple and Microsoft will be happy to sell it to them anyways, yeah. Speaking of personal data, I'm sure you've heard about this case already, but recently someone using Instagram got AI-generated ads that had their own face on them. Like, Jesus fuck. And AI robot girlfriends are a thing now. Haven't they been a thing for a while? Like a real physical thing. Oh. In your room with you. Oh. Let me guess, peak Uncanny Valley. UK going full on AI. Oh, I haven't heard about that. They're just saying it's a free-for-all, eh? Sounds kind of like a bad idea. Yeah, very uncanny. It's literally a mannequin with exaggerated proportions that doesn't even walk and talks weirdly. In my opinion, if you're gonna have a relationship with a robot, lean fully into it. Have it be fully robotic. Or better yet, have a relationship with a human being. Costs like 200k or something? Man. What would you buy if you had 200k to blow? Because I don't know, honestly. I mean, that's not even enough for a house in this country anymore. User says, I really don't like all this humanoid robot stuff. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. Ah, oh, damn it.
What was the song I heard
I need a new bootlet.
on a radio? Oh yeah.
Yeah, well. Oh, this'll do. This'll do for now. Superman says, when a robot moans it that you can turn the bugger off, you can't do that with a girlfriend. At least not without going to prison. You know what kind of cool? The Sony robot dogs from the early 2000s, ABOs. I think they're neat. I mean, I'd never own one, but cool concept. User says, if I had 200k and I had to blow it, I would probably go on an expedition or something. Like buy a full kit and just walk across the county. County? You could go country. I'd probably see a whole bunch of the world before, yeah, climate change ruins it for good. Maybe buy some nice vintage cars to Mad Max through the desert in when society collapses. Oh. Rootman says, boring I know, but I'd buy a house or three, earn money off them. You in the UK, Rootman? I don't think you can buy a house for $200,000, well, pounds in the UK. I mean, I guess if you have that much money, you can easily turn it into more by making some smart investment decisions. You can get a flat for 150 where I am, but up north they're much cheaper. Here, the houses are all pretty much all in the millions now. Basically, yeah, I'm never gonna own property unless there's a market crash. Or someone dies in the family. Tell you what, I'd definitely buy some very nice skins. It's all about working it. If you buy a 150k flat, mortgage is 300 a month, you rent it for 750, that pays your mortgage and then some. Yep. I mean, yeah, at least you can buy a flat for that much. You've also got to make sure you don't buy a total dump that's gonna collapse. Yeah, housing is really bad in Australia at the moment. Like, you can drop 1.2 million on a newly built flat, and then in 5 years' time it'll have developed water leaks, the bathroom will need replacing, that sort of stuff. We had to replace our bathroom in this building, and it's less than 10 years old. Because it wasn't installed correctly, and the water was getting under the tiles from the shower, and it was leaking out and breaking the carpet in the hallway, and nightmare. Ruman says, is here too many people, not enough homes? Well, the thing is, usually there's enough homes, but a lot of them just sit empty. Because people are sitting on them as investments rather than even just letting them out. Doesn't quite fit, but Better than the last one. Teo. T-E-O. And Tizj. We'll take some headlights. Another idea for blowing 200k doing the long drive in real life. I think I would do that. I could import a Lada for less than that, for sure. I mean, easily less than that. Even though Australia has annoying car importation laws. Which were... I think they were put in place to protect our car industry. And guess what? It didn't work. Our car industry is dead. So now those laws serve basically no purpose. Bit of Robocop shot there. And I wonder if I could buy some rural land for that much. Probably not, actually. Prices are high in rural areas as well now. Yeah, I mentioned the I mentioned my dream of living in an old airliner earlier in the stream, but yeah, there's no way that'd be allowed in this country with our building regulations, which don't even work because buildings keep collapsing. Well, not collapsing, but just having problems. I mean, hell, maybe it'll be possible if I can get a corrupt enough inspector to sign off on it. That's what all the builders do nowadays. Only one way to save our car industry. Don't make shit cars. Oh. I forgot about that sound effect I have for that redeem. Okay, hands are off the keyboard and mouse. Oops. See what happens. User says, I saw an old London taxi cab for sale and I was like, damn, it would be cool if I just maintained it back to a good condition and turned it into something you could live out of and drive from the north of Canada to the south of Argentina or something. I mean, London taxis are pretty small. It'd be hard to live out of that. You'd be better off with a classic 70s American station wagon or something. Those do love to drink fuel though, so it's a challenge. Yeah, I didn't hit anything. Well, we had a little bump, but got off easy that time. Welcome to the stream, by the way, that crazy person though. You want a Humvee? So why would you want to go to Argentina? Ruman says there's loads of them in yards you could get bits of, and they're pretty big inside the London cabs. I mean, yeah, there'd be loads of them in yards in the UK, but in the US, Might be a bit rarer. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Drive to Georgia instead. You know what I'd do if I had $200,000? I'd buy a Trabant, have it converted to correct hand drive, and then drive it around Australia. Ads, sorry. Argentina's just gone super bankrupt. There's bankrupt, and then there's super bankrupt. Didn't they manage to cut inflation from like 200% down to 160%? And all it cost was every single social service in the country? Something ridiculous like that? I don't know the exact statistics. What did you say you would do with 200k? I'd buy a Trabant, have it converted to correct hand drive for my country, and then drive around Australia with it. Because there is currently only one Trabant in Australia, and I think it's lonely. I mean, for 200k, you could easily have a fleet of long drive cars. Except maybe the Lamborghini. But that barely counts. Well, there's our first big crash of the day. Wasn't even too bad. Turn a portion of Australia into the long drive. I mean, it kind of already is. I'd visit Bitota. I think that's how you pronounce it. We're at 2,096 kilometers now. Pretty good. The other day I searched online, and there are no decommissioned airliners for sale within Australia, and that makes me sad because I kind of want one. Name a territory with a long drive. Yeah. You could probably name a road that. You'd have to get a lot of people on board. Yeah, something I am jealous, oh, so many zombies. Something I am jealous about America is they have, airplane graveyards. And we don't have any here in Australia, I know. I'd like to visit one day. You'd get a bunker and a 1967 military Harley Davidson, and a 62 Willys Jeep, and an M16 and a 1911 if you had 200k. Like a new bunker, you'd build one, or would you buy an old one? Because bunkers can be expensive to make. Build one. Yeah. That'd probably be more expensive than 200k depending on what you're going for. Best bet would be buying a house that already has one from the Cold War era. But then it'll be full of asbestos. There's a company in America that does them reasonably priced. Ah yes, new Top Gear segment. Star in a reasonably priced bunker. Oh, lost both headlights again. Buy a C-Fort here. You get it for 100k to 150k, and it's huge. More like a bottom gear segment. C-Fort does sound kind of cool. Love to see Uber Eats deliver there. Gotta put the guy on a rowboat. Yeah. Doggo in the upper atmosphere says, "What's up, Mr. Car?" Not much, but having some weird. I had quite a few weird glitches this stream where it sort of flipped out like that. There's 3 of them. One's being done up and worth over $1 million, and the other 2 are just sitting there doing nothing. I mean, then you have to spend lots of money doing them up as well, if you buy one of the other ones. Also, it'd be hard to get fresh food and stuff easily. Don't go in the don't go in the upper atmosphere. That name throws me off. Says, just stopping by, hope your car goes well, Mr. Car. Okay. Whoop. What is that gauge? That's a rev counter. It's been there for ages. Man, we lost the speedometer again. Much love from up here. Thank you. Crewman says some madam was going to buy it and turn it into a deluxe whorehouse. Oh no. Is it bad that that gives me the Epstein Island vibes? Oh, the window's open a bit, that's where the noise was coming from. Yeah, if anyone knows where to buy a decommissioned airliner within Australia, do let me know. I've checked online and all there is helicopters and light aircraft. Boring. Well, not really boring, but not good for making into a house. Atlas Bunkers could build me an underground bomb-proof bunker the size of a small trail home for around 80 grand. Merman says, how about an old train carriage? Must be a few of them around. I mean, yeah, that's probably more likely than a plane in this country, but a plane is cooler to me. In fact, there's actually quite a few, I think Airbnbs based on old, tram carriages. Like light rail vehicles. Which is pretty awesome as well, but... I think that's especially true in Melbourne, where they still have quite an extensive tram network. User says you can just get modern motorcycles with the chassis of older motorbikes. The same with the Armalite and 1911s. You can get modern ones and put parts to make it in M16A1, which is what I think you're looking for, the Vietnam era one. It's kind of sad to me that so many planes get scrapped when they could be really good houses. Like already waterproof. All you gotta do is put living amenities inside. Goes for everything that's built, really. I mean, yeah, true. Train carriages and stuff. Well, a lot of them get scrapped, but planes are just really good for it because they're already quite large in most cases. So you're not really too cramped. It's better than a shipping container. Like, much better than a shipping container. And shipping container houses are all the rage. Imagine a dial-up dude community meetup in the airliner in the middle of nowhere. Would be fun. You know what's wild? I read this somewhere. Most shipping container houses are made from brand new shipping containers. What's the point? There is no point. No one's making an airplane house from a brand new airliner, so clearly, better solution. And in my case, because I'm a huge nerd, of course I'd want the full thing, wings and all. But in most cases you can chop the wings off and chop it into segments if you want to be more efficient about it, but yeah. Because I'm a huge nerd, I'd want the wings and everything if I had an airliner house. Rumor says I thought they used old shipping containers. Yeah, I thought that too, but most of them are brand new. And that's just greenwashing at its finest, really. Something else, planes are already insulated. No need to spend more on insulation. It's perfect. If you get a big one, you can have 2 floors. You could even make the wings into an awesome verandas or balconies. Also, park your car under the wings to protect it from hail. No need for a garage. Really is ideal housing solution, at least in my opinion. I just really want an airplane house. BKO. I mean, it's never gonna happen for me, but if it does, you better live stream the journey. And these streams always go so off track in terms of conversation. It's hilarious. That's why they're the best. Thank you. Yeah, the reason why they don't use old shipping containers is because shipping containers get beat up badly during their lifetimes. Like, they get absolutely annihilated by the end of their life cycle. Which, yep, another problem planes don't usually have. Planes are gonna get decommissioned long before the roof starts leaking, so by the time you get one to use as your house, it'll still be in pretty good condition for the most part. Only problem with an airplane house, the windows don't open, so the morning after a curry might be a bit much. True. You do have a really awesome front door though, which is a benefit. Like, I wonder how hard it would be to install proper windows. Probably not too hard, actually. Just put me into the luggage compartment. That is another benefit. Easy storage. JDG.
Don't run. Everyone has to die sometimes. Why not now?
Wait up. Where's the fun?
I'm just taunting this zombie.
Don't you run there.
Come on, come and get me, man.
We lose weight, and that means less food for me.
Come on, man. Oh,
I
oh,
like
he's figuring it out.
And I like eggs, but I will taste your ugly legs.
Oh, there he goes.
You can run away, but you will die
Lepe, okay, thank you for the subscription. About 36 months. You're really intent on keeping that that first badge, aren't you? Welcome to the stream as well. Hope you're having a good day. Have a quick sleep. Man, this is a weird perspective. We've never had this before. I guess maybe the car was sideways as the game placed the camera. Interesting. Yeah. What I was saying, airplane houses for the win. Can't believe I spent the last, what, like 20 minutes talking about that. How hot would it be in the airplane? I mean, they're usually white, so that reflects the sunlight pretty well. I imagine it'd be pretty good, actually. And since the windows are small, that'd probably keep it cool as well. Yeah, it might get stuffy with the lack of opening windows. I mean, you can open the doors. You'd want fly screen though as well, especially in Australia. I love discussing the logistics of stupid stuff like this on stream. Favorite thing to do, really. The driving is second to this. Yeah, there's no chance this actually happens, but if it does, you bet I'm live streaming the whole process. Maybe the first Dialeptums merch will be seats from the plane. All I need is some cheap rural land with a lenient council, decommissioned airliner, and possibly a corrupt building inspector, and those are a dime a dozen in this country. Ooh, look at this, we've got an overlap.
Let's see your annoying face.
Look at this mess.
Anyway,
There's a fuel pump right in the door.
I wish I could feel someone so close to me, and I want to taste him also so bad. I wish that someone would come and bring us joy and happiness.
Well, I'm here for you. Yeah, look at this. This is so weird. I wonder what the craziest structure possible is that could generate like this is. Look at this tiny little area here with a box in it. There's a trailer indoors. You know what, this is worth a screenshot. All of the buildings combined together making a maze in various altitude levels. That'd be awesome, actually. I think there's like an editor for this game, not in this version, in an older version, that lets you do that. So there's going to be ads in a minute, so I might take a quick break, go have a drink of water. I shall be right back. Okay, see you soon. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for sticking around. Hope nothing too crazy happened while I was away. And the game was paused, so not much chance of that, but yep. Getting up made my back hurt. Do you wonder what caused this? I just woke up like this today, so I wonder if it's... Maybe I slept weird, or overexerted myself. It all kicked off while I was gone. Wow. It was a secret Monkus party while the game was paused. Yeah, like slept in a weird position. Does that ever happen to you? Like you sleep in a weird position, and then you wake up with a sore muscle? I did do quite a bit of running yesterday, which gave me temporary chest pain. But that's normal. User says sometimes I roll over and sleep on my arm and it gets numbed a bit or strained a bit. Yeah, weird that it happened on my back though. Sort of like on the right side, in between the shoulder blade and the spine. Running, you get caught shoplifting again. I'm not that poor. Maybe when you sleep, your muscle was compressed. It was in that stress position for a bit, yeah. Maybe I should take up yoga, do yoga streams. Would watch. That's the dream. Yoga streams on the wing of the plane house. Oh. Speaking of houses, here's a regular house. We've got a beetle and a wartburg. TKI, Tiki. What could that mean? Whack that on there. Yeah, fits well enough. Wrong way. Wow, fuel station as well. What is our fuel looking like, actually? 17 liters. I should probably top up. Oh, perfect. Also LAN. Taking that one. Oh, I just realized I've lost all my others. Because they've fallen off in the last crash. Whoops. Okay, what the... Why is it going under the bodywork? Yeah, we'll stick it up here. Okay, why is this going underneath? Okay, there we go. Why can I not pick up the plate? Detach and... Okay, there we go. That'll do, that'll do. Most entertaining stream on Twitch. And we will swap that one out for this one here. See if I can find something to polish it up with. Does not look like it. We'll have to raid our stash. Very nice. And now we get to decide what color to paint it. I mean, there's no paint here, but... we do get to decide. Or, well, you guys get to decide. Ooh, headlights. We will take some of these. Both facing the same direction. It's alright. Oh, actually, we can do it properly. Yeah, there we go. And we'll take the SCOTUS as well. How's that? Red bootlet, eh? Okay, we'll see what we can do. Yeah, we don't have any paint on us at the moment, but we'll definitely paint it red when we can. Now we're not gonna find red paint for like 5 streams or something. With how this game works. Oh, gonna make a save. What are we at now? 2,131 kilometers. That's pretty good. Should have taken a speedometer. Oh well. There's always the next one. There's always the next one. Yeah, to anyone watching, what's your dream house? I've talked a lot about my airplane house idea, but what's your house idea, if you have one? And for a lot of people, any building would be fine, really, considering the state of the market. Actually, nearly time to sleep again. Turn off the headlights, trying to get into the habit of that. Nice. Diesel. Don't need diesel. Do you need regular fuel though? That's nice. Pour all that in. Should check this one too. Water and oil and water. If we wanted to, we could get this thing running, but nah. User says, a dream house for me would be a nice house in a hill in between the city and the land where it snows a lot. That does sound nice, very serene. Herman says, a nice castle where in the distance I could see some loony making an airplane house. You'd have trouble finding a castle in Australia. I think there's only one. But in the UK, yeah, you're spoiled for choice when it comes to castles. Honestly, a castle would be pretty cool. Look at this. Look. What's going on here? Look at that. Now this is a mess. It goes in like a figure eight. And there's like a hole in the middle. There is a much higher chance of finding human corpses in a castle than an airplane, though. This is like a US highway. Not enough lanes. This loop exists just for this one fuel station.
One leg here, one leg there.
Ooh. Want my best shot? Rumen says, where I am we have 3 sea forts, 4 hill forts, and 2 castles. How expensive is a castle normally? I imagine it'd be quite expensive. I imagine castles also come in the various states of disrepair. I mean, aircraft would as well, so not really much comparison there. Depends on what's left of them, yeah. Castle also probably comes with its own land. With the plane house, you have to buy the plane and you have to buy land, and then put them together. So that makes the castle a bit more convenient. Also, with a plane, you do run the risk of it taking off if there's high wind. Imagine a homeless guy throwing a rock at your plane and breaking a window. I don't think a rock could break. I don't think a rock could break a plane window. I reckon it'd bounce off, especially one of the small ones. Also, another benefit. Chances are a burglar's gonna have no clue how to open a plane door. Rumen says, kids telly just started, it's that early. Wow. That'd be like 7 then? 8? I'm not sure what time kids TV starts in the UK. I know here it's like 8 or something. "6 a.m. Ah. How many TV channels do you have in the UK, just on like free to air, without satellite or anything? Like, if you stick up an antenna, how many channels do you get? 5. Just 5 total? Wow. That'd be... I only know 3. Well, 4. BBC 1, BBC 2, ITV, and Channel 4. In Australia, I think we have like 20, but a lot of them are run by the same networks. Like, we have the 7 network, and the 9 network, and the 10 network. And then we have SBS, and the ABC. BBC 1 and 2, ITV, Channel 4 and 5. Like, we have ABC 1, ABC 2, ABC Entertains, which is basically just 3, and we have ABC News 24. And we've got SBS, SBS Movies, SBS Cooking. I think there's an SBS Lifestyle as well, maybe? With Freeview, you get tons of them. Is Freeview internet-based? Oh. How come it's always the bootlet flying off today? User says, if I had 200k, I would fund the research of creating giant purple mutant flies that are attracted to metals and carbon fibers and release stink fumes. Are you trying to sabotage my airplane house by making mutant flies that eat airplanes? Joke's on you, I have Mortine. Louis' worst nightmare. They all look like Louis. Sad day when a man can't live peacefully in his airplane house without his neighbors releasing giant purple airplane-eating flies. I need to make a better zombie emote. His face is in a shadow in that. So you can barely see what the expression is. Need to make that better. Typical Australian Tuesday. Oh, oh damn it. Right into that rock. Crazy Person No says, I would live in a bunker under the plane. I believe they call that a luggage compartment. I mean, you could probably bury, like, the cabin of a plane in the ground and have that as a bunker. I don't think that'd be good for it though. It'd probably rust or something and start leaking. Because you're keeping moisture against it. My entire experience would just be trying cartoon villain ways to sabotage the airplane house. What, like buying engines to install in it and let it take off? Releasing AI emus. Emus don't even need AI, they're already...
Come
Oh.
over here and have this one.
Yeah, emus don't need AI, they're already sort of cunning. I don't think we need anything from that building.
Run, little squirrel, run.
$200,000 worth of fireworks under the house that ignited. That's dedication. I wonder how well that'd work. Probably pretty well, actually. I don't think that'd be very good for a plane. The burning, not so much, since planes are made to not burn, but... Wait, where are we getting 200k? The 200k is the 200k we saved by not buying a 200k AI robot girlfriend. That was the whole starter of this conversation. I think user brought up that nowadays you can buy a $200,000 AI robot girlfriend. Planes burn very well. Yeah, when they're full of jet fuel, they do. But the plane house wouldn't be. In fact, I'd probably use the fuel tanks as water tanks, if anything. But yes. We're getting the $200,000 by not purchasing a $200,000 AI girlfriend. Simple as that. I know of a $35,000 firework that can destroy a plane. This conversation has got to get us all put on watch lists if we're not already. Let's stop talking about wrecking planes with fireworks. Besides, you don't even need fireworks. You could do a lot of damage with just an excavator. Get 2 second-hand AI girlfriends, that's what you'd spend. That's what you'd spend the money on. I'm not sure if you'd want a second-hand AI girlfriend. That seems like a bad idea. For pretty obvious reasons. One second-hand AI girlfriend and a few bottles of bleach. I'm surprised user hasn't thought of gallium yet as a way of ruining my plain house dream. And look at this valley, right next to a mountain. Or rather, a mesa, not really a mountain. You were gonna form an army of roof seals to hack parts of the plane at night and run away with them? You could do that with normal You could do that with normal criminals, but roof seals really make it an authentic experience. What's more likely? I think the roof seals would reinforce the roof of the plane, making it stronger. Because that's what they do. They seal roofs, making it heavier and collapsing in on itself. It's a cylinder. You'd have to make the top of a cylinder pretty goddamn heavy for it to collapse in on itself. They seal it with tar and feathers. Imagine having to pluck a plane of feathers. To a living organism. That is terrifying. That's probably a decent eldritch horror thing idea. Plane monster. I mean, that probably exists already, actually. Would not be surprised. Yep, we still got all our headlights. Nice, nice. Check this just in case it's got something useful. Alcohol. Look at this, the bus stop spawned in the building. Like, entirely inside. Plane gets severe depression because it can't fly anymore. And that someone's living inside it. I mean, yeah, in that case, it'd be like a parasitic organism. The longer these streams go, the weirder the topics of discussion get. Like, that is a proven fact at this point. Rootman says, Pepper and George are taking their goldfish to the vets. Exciting stuff. Rootman's watching children's television. Also, who takes a goldfish to the vet? Also, I kind of doubt vets really do fish. I'm pretty sure there's people who specialize in fish and aquariums. What would the plane's gender be? Well, realistically speaking, since planes reproduce asexually, they just have humans build them. I don't think they'd have genders. Oh hell no, they made aircraft woke now. A goldfish bed is a toilet. I mean, if you have like a huge goldfish, they can get kind of expensive, I think. Maybe I'm thinking of some other fish. And in that case, you'd probably want like a fish expert. But for a regular goldfish, as sad as it is, yeah, they're very cheap. I mean, you shouldn't neglect it. You should do your best to make its life comfortable, but if it does get sick, there's not really too much you can do. Man, I haven't had an aquarium in years. I used to. But it's sort of a lot of work. Like, you can't go away for long periods of time because it needs constant attention. Crazy Person O says, ever owned a dangerous animal? I have. I mean, how do you find dangerous? Dogs can be dangerous. Cats can be dangerous. User says, oh no, this is gonna be weird. I just imagine some economy class passenger having heart palpitations in their seat, thinking about how the plane they're in being male, making them inside of a male, making them gay. I get what you're saying. And that's really weird. Rather than being upset about economy class conditions. I've only ever flown economy. I barely ever fly, but I've only ever flown economy. Woke in my plane? I mean, if you have like a venomous spider living in your house, does that make it a pet? Like, if you know it's there and you don't actively try and kill it, does that make it a pet? Although even then, it's still probably less dangerous than a dog, because not many people get killed by spiders every year in this country, but people do get killed by dogs. I mean, that's also rare, but it happens more than spiders. This is just a byproduct of longer streams, it's only gonna get weirder. We're already talking about the hypothetical reproductive habits of living at planes. How could this get weirder? That Crazy Person says, I have had a rattlesnake as a pet as a kid. Isn't that a lyric from Dumb Ways to Die? Keep a rattlesnake as a pet. Sell both your kidneys on the internet.
Hey, you!
Brewman says, had a few killed by dogs here just of late. Them extra large bully dogs, they're banning them, and rightly so, yeah. Yeah, those dogs are... I don't think we really have them here, but they're not good. Because they're all inbred and they lead horrible lives. And they're also bred to be as violent as possible. It's... yeah. Good that they're banning them. What if you dropped $200,000 worth of tarantulas onto the plane house? I mean, planes seal up really well. You could shut the doors and they wouldn't find a way in. Pitbull named My Little Cupcakes being unleashed on the children's daycare center. Yeah, don't those dogs also have like super short lifespans because of how genetically messed up they've become? Yeah, really, really not good. It's just animal cruelty. Crazy Person says, I've had a pit bull, she was very sweet. I mean, yeah. All dogs can be either sweet or not sweet, no matter the breed really. Unless they're bred specifically to be aggressive. It's not the dogs, it's the owners, but too many of the owners are dickheads. Yeah. Here we have a problem with people leaving their cats out at night. Because, yeah, absolutely decimates the local wildlife. Just my little itty bitty fur baby, it would never be paired with $200,000 worth of clones that are starving onto the house. Starving. Getting to the weirdness point where I can barely understand what's being said anymore. What are you saying? Dressing up $200,000 dressed as monkas and making them charge the plane. You meant people, ah. You're gonna pay 200,000 people $1 each. Are you trying to make like a fire festival? Uh. Monkus apocalypse in real life. I mean, if you made them operate on game logic, there's no way they'd be able to get in. I doubt a Monkus could open a plane door. Biv, B-I-V. Also, I forgot to check for red paint. I mean, look, he's stuck behind the door.
You look really healthy.
We don't have red, but we've got orange, so we'll start off with orange and then we'll get closer to red as we go, I guess. Orange is a nice color. Yeah, there's no red here. Oh, wait, no, yes there is. Huh. Whoops.
Come over here. I'll be on the bed.
Perfect. Almost forgot. Pinch these. Oh, that is a almost a vertical incline there. $200,000 worth of orange smoke grenades onto the house, leaving you not being able to see 3 meters in front of you. I mean, once again, planes seal up really well. You just wait for it to dissipate. God, these conversations get stupid. Wonder what we'll end up talking about next stream. I mean, they're stupid, but I enjoy them, nonetheless. Fun to talk about. My brain is on autopilot, I'm just saying stuff without thinking. Autopilot. Oop. Rocks on the road. I'll probably wrap things up soon. like 5 minutes or so. Wasn't really keeping track of how many kilometers we've done this stream, but I reckon it's over 100, so that's nice. Oh. Ooh. And so many rocks. It's like some of the roughest terrain yet, I think. I get a little bit better up here. Yeah, this place seems like a good spot. It's gotta be the next art idea. Marcus invading airplane house. I mean, go ahead. Go ahead. Um... 200,000 monkus all paid $1 each attacking the airplane house. Yeah, nothing in this place really. Yeah, we'll save here. Now, how many kilometers will we be at? 2,181, and that's plus like 400 as well. So yeah, pretty good. I hope you all enjoyed this stream. The topic of conversation got very stupid, but what else is new? It's kind of a part of the fun, really. Yeah, looks like user is gonna do an art piece, first art of 2025, based on this, and yeah, well, I guess we'll have to see how that comes out, and you're gonna have to draw 200,000 monkus now. Well, hope you all enjoyed. See you later, and yeah, bye.